Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Zygarde Complete as well as Shadow Mewtwo here, but we're going to focus more so on the Zygarde. Mewtwo's going to really be putting in the work. I actually did get it to Best Buddy here, and I do have it equipped, so it's actually going to be absolutely amazing. But when it comes down to the Zygarde here, you need to get 250 cells from the routes. And, you know, that could be a massive challenge. It's not so much, it's a challenge, but it's just time consuming. It takes a lot of time. And sometimes you may not even get the dang cells on the routes. Oh, and by the way, they did update those so they're more visible for you to see, apparently. I haven't done a route in a while, but I might just have to go do a couple at the mall because they have added quite a few Pokestops lately. I mean, I remember it was like 3, now it's like up to like 10 or more, plus 2 gyms. But anyways, Zygarde, is it a little OP and should it be allowed in Go Battle League, or should they make it so you can't use it? I mean, I don't want them to ban it, but sometimes I just can't help but feel like it's a little bit of a cheat code here. And that's just the way it goes. You can't get shut down by Togekiss, and I mean, that's pretty much it, right? Otherwise, it can kind of just handle almost anything. But when it comes down to this here, I don't think they should ban it. But I do believe we're going to probably be able to use Dawn Wings and Duskmane in Go Battle League. I'm hoping. I don't know. You know, probably won't. But I'm hoping we are able to, because that's going to help you combat this thing a little bit better. Not that we need all kinds of counters for this. If you go up against ice, you know, that's going to be doing a lot of damage to you too, seeing that your same typing is Garchomp, right? But when it comes down to the Shadow Mewtwo, oh boy, this thing hits like a truck. And I'm very happy I invested in it. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these battles here with the Zygarde and see what happens. We do have that in the back. It works great as a lead or a swap in. You can do either one. I personally like to lead with it, because if we do get something like a Togekiss, when it comes down to ice, I probably would swap. It really depends. But even then, you can take an avalanche. If it's from a Shadow Mamoswine, that's going to be doing a lot of damage, but you still can take it. It's incredible. Pretty sure you can. When it comes down to going up against dragons, other than Dialga, you can handle that pretty, well. But since it's part steel, it's making it a little bit more difficult to, be neck to neck. You can just kind of run them over like that. Look at that, that Palkia origin. So we are going to actually go with Focus Blast in a little bit. We do have Ice Beam on the Mewtwo, but I do switch that up to Focus Blast, and we are going to be able to nuke a few things. I do believe they're going to be a Segaleo as well as a Dialga. All right, and let's see. Look at that, get into the Psy Strike. Even if it's resisted, this is doing a ton of damage to anything that you're going up against, even if it's Steel type or even if it's Psychic. Next game, Zygarde up against Landorus. This is an automatic win here. If they want a double shield, I suppose they could do that. But we are going to be able to just tank these Sandsteer Storms over and over again. More than likely, they have Stone Edge, so they don't have to, well, we don't have to worry about any other move. I mean, if there was another move, it would more than likely be like Superpower. But I don't know if anybody's going to be running Sandsteer Storm and Earthquake. So we're just going to keep on going with the Crunch here. Now, this thing does also have a couple other moves, but what you're maybe going to want to run other than Earthquake is Outrage. But I'm just going to go with Outrage because it's going to be nice to actually nuke those ground types, or not ground types, the steel types. So we're taking out that Ho-Oh. No shields have been used on either end. We do have a bunch of energy on this Kyogre here. Immediately throw in the Surf. And what do they bring back into the fight? It's going to be their Shadow Mewtwo, and they're letting it go. Okay, very interesting move there. We still do have our Shadow Mewtwo in the back. We cannot take a Psy Strike at this point. It's just going to do too much coming from a Shadow Mewtwo. They're going to be shielding that up. We swap into our own Mewtwo here because now we can rely on the Dragon Tail on the Zygarde at this point. We're going to shield it up, I suppose. Okay, that works. Getting to the Psy Strike to take out that Pokemon they just swapped into. And they're shielding up the Landorus. Perfect. Using that last shield. And we'll just go ahead and let this go. It's still not going to be enough. I think we can Psycho Cut them down here. All right, I think we're going to throw the Psy Strike and take the win up against their Shadow Mewtwo with mine. And we're looking good here. Let's keep it going. Zygarde versus what this time? We got a nice long video, so sit back, relax. Let's see what we have. up against Dialga Origin. So this is, you know, not a bad matchup. It's pretty good. It does have that Spatial Rent, or should I say Roar of Time, which is going to be doing a lot of damage. But a lot of times they build up to 2 Iron Heads. And so I do believe we will... Oh, we called that one. Okay. It definitely would have KO'd us there. So we're going to go for a Crunch here. And they've used 1 shield themselves. And they're going to be able to get to Iron Head. That's okay, because we bring them down low enough to the point where we can farm them up here with the Kyogre's Surf. Even though it's resisted, it'll still do plenty of damage to take them out. And we got rid of their Dragon, so what are they going to bring in? A Mew. So more than likely, this Mew is going to have Wild Charge on it, right? I would assume that's one of the moves you're wanting to run in the Master League, I would assume. Maybe Wild Charge, and I'm not too sure what else you're going to want to run. Maybe Flame Charge or something. But there's plenty, because it's Mew, right? That's going to be, I would invest in mine, but I don't think the Ivies are the best, so I guess I'm just going to have to pick something else to invest those rare candies into, although it would have been pretty cool to completely max it out. Mine's at level 50 or 40, so yeah. Alright, we have a Kyogre in the back here. Looks like we're going to be able to Psycho Cut them down, or we're just going to go straight for the Psycho, or Psy Strike, and take them with that Mewtwo in the end there. And let's go. This is going to be a pretty chill stream. I'm not going to do no ranting or anything like that. So great Giratina lead for us. They're swapping into their Xerneas, which is going to be a good matchup for the Kyogre here. And can't Xerneas learn Thunder? So there is that option as well, as a matter of fact. And they're going to be shielding up the Surf. But most people don't run that. They're going to go Close Combat and Moonblast, right? So we'll shield this up. They're going for another Moonblast. And we get to the Surf. Do they want to double up on those shields? Please show me. All right. Sounds good. Using both of their shields here. And we're going to be able to bring them down pretty low. I don't remember if I go in here and farm down with Mewtwo. If we do, that's going to be extreme. Well, actually, I think we do when we call Close Combat and we let it go. All right. Yeah. So, okay, we'll let this go. Close Combat. Not very effective. And we're going to have so much energy on this Mewtwo Shadow. You do not want that if you have no shields, and we have Focus Blast too now. All right, so what's going to happen here? Giratina, no problem. All we have to do is get off 2 Psy Strikes, and we're going to be able to KO this thing here, unless they catch, and no catch. All right, but our health is pretty low, so I don't know if we can survive even any quick moves to get to a charge move. And all right, we could have with that, but we're just going to swap into the OP cheat code Zygarde here. I mean, this thing is just about like a Mega. I mean, it is just incredibly tanky. It is crazy. And the moves that it has are pretty decent as well. So they just keep chunking and chunking away here. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely, it's like the reward after getting all the cells. You're like, okay, let's go. All right. And you kind of earned the privilege of using this thing OP monster in the Master League or wherever you're going to use it, Ultra League. All right. Swapping into the Mewtwo here to catch this. I didn't really need to do that. Sometimes I completely spaced out the fact that that's our last Pokemon, and I'm thinking there's another one. All right, so we're up against Dialga Origin again here. Not the best matchup in the world, but it could always be worse. It can be a Fairy or some sort of an Ice type. Avalugg, I suppose, is another one of those pretty good Ice types to use. That's another one I want to power up. I just don't have enough candies, I don't think. Might have enough now, but I don't have one that's decent enough IVs for me to want to invest in quite yet. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Kyogre here. They have a little bit more health than last time because they did double shield this. So we can do that here. We're going to unfortunately be shielding up the Iron Head. So we know that this is going to be another one. We'll just let it go here. Yeah, it's not very effective. That Dragon Breath is going to really eat our health, but that's all right. We're coming out of this with a lot of energy. And we do have a Mewtwo in the back. Did they swap into, was that a Kyogre? Oh, it was okay, Palkia. So, okay, yeah. Psy Strike wasn't going to one-shot this, so I think throwing that was okay, I suppose. But that was still a lot of energy. So they're going to swap. We did use our shield here. They have a Groudon in the back. All it's going to take is 2 Psy Strikes. That's all it takes pretty much for everything, even a Mewtwo. It's incredible. It's like almost like you don't even need Shadow Ball. Yeah, kind of. It would be nice. Double Legacy Shadow Mewtwo, yeah. It'd be great one day, maybe. All right, so we take them out. It looks like Mewtwo's going to steal the show there. It's going to do that a couple of times. All right, so there's the Solgaleo. Let's get it. All right, this is a great matchup here for us. Now, you could go up against somebody with a sneaky Solar Beam. Trust me, I've had my fair share of get one-shotted, get beamed moments on me. And man, it's like You can't even get mad. You're just like, well, they were out there sitting freaking fire spinning for a good minute, so I should have been, you know, aware that that could have been a shadow or a solar beam. So, yeah. Usually, though, it's just going to be Psychic Feigns or Iron Head. Sometimes it was a Flamethrower, too. All right. So we're going to be able to fuse this thing soon, folks. Oh, shoot. I wonder if everything on the Necrozma is going to be what it's going to be based off of. The IVs, the level, and even if it's a best buddy. Because if you say you have 100% IV Sigaleo, best buddy, and you fuse it, I wonder if it's just the base stats of the Necrozmas or whatever it has, and it doesn't get added in. Just wondering. I'm more curious about the best buddy because we kind of know how that works based off the main series games, because it will be the Necrozma carrying over all the stats and maybe even the level here in this game. But the best buddy part, not too sure. Anyways, enough about that. Going up against the cheat code itself, another Zygarde. I really love encountering these. It's always fun because it's like, oh, okay, I see you over there putting in that work in those routes. Let's go. A Kyogre's actually not going to be a horrible matchup for this. You know, it kind of could be slow. I'm pretty sure I did drop their defense already with my crunch. But it is part ground, right? So no, not a bad matchup. So we're going to let that go. And this is getting a little close. Maybe I should have shielded that up. And they do have a shield left. So this is going to be a double KO, huh? This is not going to be enough. What's going on here? Come on, cheat code. Help me out. Let's go. Oh, we got a Kyogre still. All right, double KO. Right, good game. Next one, met with Mewtwo. I love these matchups here. Really do. Unless they have Ice Beam. Then you're pretty screwed. But we know that's not Ice Beam. That was fairly quick, so Psy Strike will let it go. And it just absorb it. Now, this is one of the few things that's not going to be resisting the Psy Strike that can eat multiple of them. So technically 3, right? There's very few Pokemon that can just tank 3 Psy Strikes without it being resisted, of course. So that's just incredible within itself. They're going to be swapping into their Dialga. Can we Focus Blast it? Come on. Let's go. Do you want to use your last shield? I don't think you want to use your last shield. This is enough. This is just a Psy Strike. You don't need to let it, or you don't need to shield it up. Bam, we get them. Let's go. And at this point, we can actually KO them with Psy Strike, but I'm pretty sure theirs is going to KO me. Yeah, that's just the unfortunate part. Sure, you're hitting like a truck, but they're also hitting you hard too. So bringing back the Zygarde here, we got rid of their Dragon, so hopefully there's going to be something that the Kyogre could handle in the back here, and we should be able to farm them down. There's their own Kyogre, so we do have Thunder. So let's see, if they let this go, we win. This is just a surf. When they let it go, we KO, and that is a wrap. This game is a coin flip, folks, okay? It's a lot of times it's a coin flip. And the next game, Palkia. Love to see this matchup too. This is a good one here. They hit me with Spatial Rend. Of course, that is going to do a lot of damage. So we'll kind of maybe just call it Aqua Tail. Doesn't really do much, so we can let it go. But we're going to go ahead and use our shield here. They go Spatial Rend, so we called it correctly. Very good. Now at this point, we can farm them down. I'm pretty sure this is just an Aqua Tail. There's no... Oh, that's another Spatial Rend. All right, guess I'm a scrub counter over here. So wasted all that energy, but what can you do? We already got a good amount of farm here. Can we one-shot another Dialga with Focus Blast Shadow Mewtwo here? And we do. It's out of here. It looked like I didn't, but it kind of just glitched. But we did. As you can see, their only Pokemon left is this Ho-Oh. And this is an obvious win for us here. Even if we let the Brave Bird go, it's just not enough while we resist the quick move. And they go Sacred Fire. We call it still. And I'm pretty sure we're going to want to shield this up. Oh, we let it... Wait, what? Why? Oh, because we have a Mewtwo in the back. Okay, my bad. Okay. And we just Cycle Cut them down. Yeesh. All right, next game. Lugia. Okay, now this one... Now, this is actually still a decent matchup because Lugia's not even getting stabbed. Its attack isn't great. That's not saying it's not good. It's definitely one of the best for Master League, for sure. But, you know... It's kind of like us. We're just kind of chunking away here. So Aeroblast. Look at that. That even does a ton of damage to freaking Melmetal and Metagross. But we just neutral, just absorb it still. Getting to one more crunch. This is what I'm saying. This thing is just an absolute beast. They use 2 shields. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so happy I worked my ass off for it. It was worth it. Yeah, if you're thinking, is it really? And you got a bad IV one, I don't know, that's up to you. But having it itself, even with bad IVs and getting it to Best Buddy, you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. All right, I'm just saying. It's great. So we're going to go ahead and take the win here. Wait, what's in the... Kyogre's in the back. Yeah, it's a wrap. Let's wrap it up. All right, moving it on to the next game here. This is actually only halfway through on the video. Wow. Goldingo! That's something I haven't been working on whatsoever. I should start getting back onto that. I have really put in the work with the Meltan boxes, but when this one came out, I just really didn't get into it too much. You know, I did the lure parties with the locals here, which was amazing, down by the museum and stuff. It was wintertime. God, we were all just grinding it out, getting those damn coins in the cold. But that's what we do as Pokemon Go trainers, right? And it was good fun. It was still good fun. But I haven't been opening up the Gimme Gold boxes. I probably should do that more often. All right, so oh, look at that. We got a Zygarde. I dropped the defense too, so that's just great. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Kyogre to just do that much more damage with our Surf, as well as our Waterfall, right? You know, I truly wish I got a good Shadow Kyogre. I mean, who doesn't want a good one? But man, I would have invested in it like I did with the Groudon. My Groudon was crap. The IVs are like 8, something like 6 or something like that, maybe like 9. That, yeah, and I invested in that. Oh my gosh, nearly 1 million Stardust. It was worth it though. It's still really good. It's still amazing. I got plenty of videos on it, and yeah, it's just a shame. I'm not investing on the ones I have. There's no freaking way. It's no way. I'm not gonna. And here we go. Gonna go ahead and take the win here up against the Kyogre, and then Psycho Cut down the absolute boss itself, Zygarde. Next game, we're met with an Annihilate. All right, switching it up on us here. Got a good old Annihilate. Now, Ice Punch is going to do a decent amount, but let's just see how much it does here. All right, not bad, Annihilate. Actually, that's pretty good damage there. So with the next couple of counters till it gets to the Ice Punch, that's going to be bringing us pretty low. And damn, Annihilate can actually hold its own up against this absolute monster, and they didn't even use a shield. So that's just showing you how great and meta this thing was right out the gate. Freaking Annihilate came out swinging, quite literally. So we're going to let it go. Zygarde taking the loss in a 1-to-1 shield up against the Annihilate. Good gosh. If you're like, well, it has had 4 times effective Ice Punch. So, Focus Blast. That's a Galio. Yeah. And now we're going to get to the Side Strike. Extremely resisted by the Solgaleo here. Or should I say Solgaleo? Okay, for the people who want to type it out in the comments and, you know, yeah. I know how to say it. I just say it that way. It's not a big issue. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Kyogre here. We do have that Thunder that we're going to be able to get to. Oh, did I say Kyogre? Oh, yeah, Kyogre. Getting my damn names confused again here. I need to go to sleep. All right, so going for the Thunder here. And, of course, KOing them and taking the win. Next game. Zygarde against Mewtwo. Another shiny. Let's go. We love to see this matchup here. And, yes, the game is still laggy. The game is still skipping and puttery and busted. I've been skipping days here and there. Don't even care. I couldn't even fathom skipping days when it first kind of came out. Even like a year or two after it came out, I would wait until midnight, do my battles, and I would just be super excited to do them in the morning first thing. I would go through and start really putting a team together, and now I just kind of throw something together right off the cuff, kind of just, you know, wing it, and I don't know. It's just all kinds of stuff, but I already said I'm not going to go on any rants or anything, so we'll leave it there. Garchomp. What do we have? Sandtomb. Calling the Sandtomb. Very good. But that Dragon Tail is really starting to add up here, especially after that defense drop. Can we get to another one? And they swap. Side Strike. Still going to be doing a lot of damage. What was that? Togekiss. Okay. Well, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and bring in Kyogre. This is a wrap. Yeah, they back out. We take the win. We're looking good. And moving it on to the next game here. This is a very deadly combination team. I love it. So, you know, I guess there could be something in the front that would screw me up pretty bad. But we'll just always work and run around it, see what we can do. So they're actually going to retreat. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Hold on to that energy. because we're doing so much damage with the Kyogre, we don't really need to throw, because as you can see here, a couple of Sandsear Storms, and then they're going to swap back into Palkia, I would assume, and then farm us down. We're in the low, so they're not going to get the most energy. And I think we're going to throw Thunder. Ooh, they dropped my attack by 2 stages. Plus, this is not necessarily super effective. All right, still doing a good amount of damage. All right, not bad, not bad. But they can get to Spatial Ren. I don't throw the Crunch, unfortunately. We're just going to go ahead and shield this up. That's another Aqua Tail, okay? And they're swapping into their Ho-Oh. Well, this is looking pretty good for me. Of course, we're just going to keep throwing Crunches. They shield up that first one, going for the next one immediately here. And show me a defense drop, but they're shielding it up. Okay, sounds good. The Mewtwo is in the back. We still have 1 shield here. We're going to let this go. And it is a Sacred Fire, surviving it and getting to another Crunch. Because we do resist a quick move, of course, right? And barely doing any damage there. Just barely. Man, nice shiny Shadow Ho-Oh. Hey, let's go. Nice. So they swap into their Origin Palkia. We're going to farm up just a couple more Psycho Cuts and then go ahead and throw that Psy Strike before they get to an Aqua Tail, and then take out the Ho-Oh with another Psy Strike. And Shadow Mewtwo loves cleaning up at the end when shields are down. Oh yeah, it's really good at that. Next game, we're met with a Purified Mewtwo, probably, was that 100? Yeah. All right, looking good. Now that was, you know, a Psycho Cut or Psy Strike quick, so we'll go ahead and let that go. We don't need to worry about no Ice Beam. And go for the Crunch, of course. And they're shielding it up. I always love it when they do that. Let's go. And we'll let this go as well. Oh, a Shadow Ball. Okay. I'm so confused on why people are doing this. Is that just a failsafe to make sure, you know, if I'm swapping that you can, you know, you're throwing something else? I don't know. Because I've done that personally a couple of times and it makes me look like I don't know what the hell types are and stuff. But anyways, we do have a Zekrom out here. Awesome, awesome Zekrom. Such a cool Pokemon. Really good design, actually, for these, as a matter of fact. Getting to the next Psy Strike to take them out. They are shieldless at this point. And we Psycho Cut down their Mewtwo. I do believe they back out here, and we take the win. And we're looking good. All right, keeping it moving here. On to the next game. Zygarde into a Ho-Oh. All right, show us the fire. Let's get it. So some people... I'm going to state the obvious. Some people go for Sacred Fire. Some people go for Brave Bird. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. All right. So getting off the Crunch there, we'll let this go. If it's a Brave Bird, I don't care. You can drop your defense and do what you got to do there. And we're going to go for another Crunch. And more than likely, they're going to have a Dragon in the back. So we have to keep that in mind with our Kyogre. But then again, Mewtwo can pretty much run through any Dragon that I really need to for it to take care of, right? Going for the Crunch to take them out, and they bring in their Palkia. So I immediately swap because I don't want them to start building up a bunch of energy and spam the hell out of my Mewtwo. So unfortunately, I am locked here. It wasn't the best idea to do that because now we have Kyogre in the back that has to come full circle back to the damn Palkia, which has a massive resistance to us, and they have a damn Zygarde. Okay, I don't know if we can win this. Now we're going to face the wrath of this thing. I love this. Let's go. Such a good example here. All right, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to back out. No, I can't win this. It's over. It's a loss. I have Kyogre in the back, so I do back out here, top left, and I'm out of here. All right, good game. You got me. Next game, we're met with a Solgaleo. Okay, corrected myself there. All right, and you already know what it is. That's definitely no Solar Beam, so we'll just let it go. And they are swapping into a Gyarados. All right, sounds good. They do have Dragon Breath. Do I go with Kyogre? Just going straight into the Mewtwo. Sounds good. So we're going to have to shield this up. Crunch is going to do a lot of damn damage to us here. And we don't want any of that, right? And going for the Psy Strike, of course. How much energy do we have here? 1 shield. Okay. Okay, I see. Focus Blast. I do believe we're going to be able to actually land this here. And oh, freaking A, that's really not great, but okay, whatever. We'll let this go. Psychic Fangs. Oh, we shielded up. Always opposite. Always. And we go for another one, risking it all. And they use their last shield, and now it's a shieldless game. That's okay, because we're going to go ahead and bring in Kyogre. You don't have no Solar Beam yet. Another Psychic Fang sounds good, and they're swapping into a Dragonite, immediately bringing the Zygarde, which is going to be able to handle this Dragonite here. If anything, they might get us pretty close, or they'll probably beat us, but at least we'll bring them low enough to farm them down with the Kyogre itself. And, yeah. Oh, they got nervous. Do you see it lagging and puttering like that? Again, that is not my editing. This is a damn game. And it is a wrap. We farm them down, and it is over here, folks. They back out, and we take that win. All right, folks, we have 3 more battles. Let's see what we're going to be met with here. First is going to be a Landorus. Let's go. We already know this is a great matchup here. Again, there's very few things that can kind of just really threaten the hell out of this. Okay, even Annihilate had a run up against it, right? Took us out on a 1-to-1 shield situation with that Ice Punch. Damn, that's awesome. Makes me excited to power up my 100. You know, I made a level... Jeez. I power went up to like level 47, so screwed that part up. I just had to use it immediately to showcase it, so now I'm working on my 100 after the fact. I just got it, you know, a while ago. All right, so we're going to let that go, of course. They're swapping into their Mewtwo. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Kyogre here. Yeah, this is a good matchup. There's no problem. Nobody has Thunderbolt. I mean, at that point, you'd still just go Psystrike, I guess. All right, so hitting me with another one here. We've used 1 shield. They have used 0. That's not the best. Getting off this Surf. They're shielding it up. Okay, I like that. Now, we'll let this go. Bring in the Zygarde and farm them down. Now, if they get to a Psystrike, that's okay. Oh, we're getting this off immediately. Okay, never mind. I thought I was going to bring in my Mewtwo and Psycho Cut them down after the fact, but I guess I don't recall this game. And ooh, Focus Blast? Oh, yeah, they're done. Okay, so they swapped trying to catch, and no dice. So we go straight for the Focus Blast and nuke the Dialga. Yeah, they had a shield, but they're just calling it there. Next game. All right, the Melmetal is an amazing lead for Zygarde. Amazing, okay? Okay, massively resisting the quick move. Superpower and retreat is usually what you're going to see. All right, so they're bringing in a Palkia. We're going to go ahead and throw the Crunch here and swap into Mewtwo because we don't want to... We want to match up the Zygarde again with the Melmetal, right? So we'll let this go. We know it's Aqua Tail. It's not going to KO us here. No problem. Gotcha. And we have pretty much no health. We can't get to the Focus Blast, I don't think, if they bring in the Melmetal. Damn, I was trying, I guess, but they're just going to throw, which is fine. They can do that too. Sounds good to me. I'll just bring in the Zygarde. They immediately swap into their Dialga. And since we are up a shield, we can still pull this off. So what we're going to have to do is swap into the Kyogre here and kind of just keep the pressure on. We'll just keep on shielding everything they throw. I'm not going to call anything. I'm just going to shield it up. I don't care if it's a damn Iron Head, but they're going straight for the Draco anyway. So at this point, this game is over. They can't. Oh, I mean, Zygarde is kind of low. A superpower could do it. Maybe. I don't think it's enough. Plus the quick move. Nah. Another Draco. So we're letting it go. So we can just hold on to that 1 shield just in case, because it is actually kind of getting a little close here. Oh, they bait me with a Rock Slide to get my shield. That is a good play there. And we're getting to the Earthquake. I don't know if this is actually going to KO them. No, it's not. So it's superpowered. So I don't think it's enough. This is going to be very close here. Another what? That's very curious. Oh, I see. Okay, you got me. Good game. I forgot about that damn Dialga. All right, we got another chance. Another Melmetal, folks. Okay. You know, I love it when they do that. They start throwing the same thing at you over and over again. Just a coincidence, but this is a good lead, so I'm not complaining whatsoever here. But that last game, good game. Got me there. So they're going all in with that superpower and not even retreating. They don't want to lock themselves in with anything else, and we're going to be able to KO them since they did drop that defense, and they're bringing in a Ho-Oh. This is looking good for me already here. If they have a Dialga in the back, it could be a little difficult for the Mewtwo, but I think we're going to be okay, as we do have the Kyogre to go up against this thing here. Well, I think we can get to another one easy. Oh yeah, and we do, but they throw, so perfect. So I think what we're going to want to do is bring in Mewtwo and start to build up energy here. A 1 Psycho Cut, yay. What is in the back? It's a Giratina. Now, Ooh, this is a little rough here for us, but we can still pull it off because we do have the Kyogre in the back. When this thing resists everything, the water and the electric on our Kyogre, so not great. Shielding it up, doesn't matter if it's Ominous Wind or Shadow Ball, don't care at this point. That's still going to be doing a lot to our Shadow Mewtwo. And we're getting their last shield here. Now, I think we can get to one more Psy Strike and then we'll swap into our Kyogre. And, oh, we just do it immediately. Why didn't I throw that? Oh, okay. Here's the thing. Because we have Psy Strike, and we will win CMP. So all we need to do is secure just a little bit more damage so that we can take them out. I see what I'm doing here. All right, perfect. So yeah, as soon as we bring in the Mewtwo, that's going to be a wrap. Hey, there you go, folks. If you did enjoy this video, if you can give it a thumbs up to help me out, or if you enjoyed it, that's going to be much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!